Hello students. So in today's topic we will be learning about concept of looping. The looping means that when you want to perform a certain task for a multiple times. So for that repetition of the process we need certain kind of uh, concept in C, and that concept is looping. So looping helps you to perform a particular task for multiple times. There are many different loops that are for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Today we will be learning the looping using the for loop. So we will be printing the number from 1 to 10, and for the same we will be using the for loop. So let's understand the concept using the practical. So in the file menu, we will be getting the new file. So we will be creating a new file in the file menu. What we want to do is we need to print 1 to 10 using for loop. So we are understanding the concept of loops using for loop. So there is a basic syntax of for loop that we need to remember. The syntax is for, we'll be using the for keyword in the bracket, initialization, then semicolon, condition, then semicolon, and last would be increment or decrement. Okay, so this is how the for loop works. And first phase is initialization, that from where you want to start your loop. So that is the phase of initialization. Then condition, that till how many iterations you want to move your loop. And increment or decrement is used for moving of the loop. So after for loop, there would be statements as and as, when and when the condition will be satisfied, these statements would be executed. So let's start with our program. Include stdio.h hash include conio.h. Okay. Void main, then we will be taking an integer n. This n will help us to move continuously our loop. Okay, so clear screen, CLR SCR. Now printf the values 1 to 10 are. So we will be printing these values from 1 to 10. So that we have mentioned over here in the printf. Now we will be taking our for loop. In for loop, we will be initializing n from 1. So where our n's value is now 1, n should go less than or equal to 10. As we want to print 1 and 10 both, so we need to have 1. It should start from 1 and it should go till less or equal to 10. So that both the values are included. And now we'll be incrementing n by 1 using n++. Remember, there should be no semicolon after for. A semicolon means end of line. So after for, there would be no semicolon. Now, printf %d, as our integer n is as our n is an integer data type. So the format specifier would be %d. So %d, and then it would be n. So what it will do, every time the value is incremented, it will get inside the for loop. After checking that it is less than or equal to 10, it will get inside the for loop and print the value of n. So first, the value of n is 1. 1 is less than equal to 10. Okay, that is true. So we will be printing 1. Then we will be incrementing 1. So now n has become 2. So 2 is less or equal to 10. Okay, that is correct. So 2 will be printed. Now 2 will be incremented by 1. So it is 3. So n is 3. So now n is compared with n less than or equal to 10. So 3 is less than or equal to 10. True. So it will print 3. The same procedure will go until the value of n becomes 11. As soon as the value of n becomes 11, the loop will stop as 11 is not less or equal to 10. So now we'll be getting our get ch. We'll be first of all saving the program. So it is a looping concept. We'll be compiling it first of all. So there are 0 errors. Now we'll be running it. So here we got our all the values from 1 to 10 printed on our screen. Always remember that the condition should be mentioned properly, as if our condition is not mentioned properly, we might enter into the infinite loop. So this is the concept of looping with the example of for loop. When you want to perform certain tasks repeatedly, the looping is the easiest option and the best option that you can perform. You can use any loop, that is for loop, while loop, or do while loop. The only 3 things that we need to keep in mind while looping is the variable is properly initialized, the variable is having a proper condition that from where the loop will be exit, and from where the loop will be terminated, else it might get into the infinite loop. And to move the loop, there should be a proper increment and decrement. Thank you.